Florence, I've got a question for you. Now that you're joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I think we can also call it the Marvel Cinematic Puniverse. I think we're able to do that now.
Stop it. Stop.
My first question is for you, Scarlett. You have lived with this character since Iron Man 2. What was the most important thing for you that needed to be included in the first Black Widow solo film?
I really wanted to, I don't know if it was the most important, but it was sort of finding Natasha in a place where she is really alone and vulnerable. You know, we knew going into it that we were in the process of shooting Endgame. We knew what her ultimate fate would be. We wanted to make sure that that felt like an active choice, and that it was something that she was at peace with, you know, and she even says, you know, to Clint, like, it's okay. And she really means that. Working backwards, it's like, how do you get this character who has all this red in her ledger?
Yeah.
Like, how do we get her to a place where she's able to make that choice? You know, the only way we could really think about it was like, she has to start in a place where she's really alone.
Yeah.
And then forced to face, you know, her Achilles, her guilt, her trauma. And that's the Yelena character that, you know, whether like that, you know, almost like takes the drags her kicking and screaming to say, this is what happened to us. This is real. And you need to deal with it. And we have to do better.
Florence, I've got a question for you. Now that you're joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I think we can also call it the Marvel Cinematic Puniverse. I think we're able to do that now.
Stop it. Stop. That's naughty.
Yeah, I apologize for that joke. It was bad.
That's naughty.
What was the most surprising thing? I'm sure you had expectations going into this, but what was the most surprising thing about sort of joining this big franchise?
What was surprising? Just how loving it was, and how open it was, and how willing every single person of power within this, you know, franchise was, like, so ready to hear what you had to say. And I did not expect that. I did not see that coming whatsoever. I thought that these films are very big because they're big for a reason, and it's because people are told what to do and you enjoy the process, but they're big and they need to stay that way.
Yeah.
And I was just so genuinely, like, did not see that coming, that people would actually care about what I thought about a line or about a moment. And it just made me so excited for the film, so excited for actually then being included in it, because then I really was included in the making of it. And then so excited for whatever a potential future there was. I was blown away by the generosity.
I have time for one last question. I talked to director Kate Shortland. She said she wanted people to feel uplifted when they saw the movie. What do you both hope that Black Widow fans feel when they finally get to see the movie?
I don't know. I love Natasha so much. She has such integrity. I find her very touching. And, you know, I hope that audiences have closure with this film, that they understand that Natasha is a woman who, you know, is a sum of all her parts, and that she's self-reflective, and that she's self-forgiving, you know, that she's a fully developed person, you know, can stand on her own. You know, I think that's really important to me, you know, that fans feel like she like lived a full life.
Well, thank you guys so much.
Tears start streaming down.
Have a great rest of your day, both of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you.